Framed by trees and lit by moonlight, Bellemore Manor stood imposingly in the still night air. Even without any lights on, it felt like something inside the house was calling me, or warning me. Bellemore Manor stood proudly and enigmatically at the center of the estate. Who knew what had gone on inside its walls? A large pond lay in front of the house, slowly being reclaimed by algae, weeds, and who knew what else. I considered wading into the pond, water up to my waist, squelching my way through the reeds and mud, past frogs, bugs, and water snakes. Then I realized I had absolutely no reason to do that. A horseshoe hung above the threshold of the gazebo, supposedly a symbol of good luck. Ouch!
Good luck, eh?
So much for good luck.
Yeah.
I picked up the horseshoe that had assaulted me. It was heavy, as the bump on my head attested. It was the full moon. I didn't think I'd ever seen it glow so brightly before. Gazing up at the glowing moon, it reminded me of a poem I could recite by heart, even if I couldn't remember where I'd first heard it. From way up high, the moon can spy beyond where eyesight delves, but with some time, the maritime can see those sights themselves.
Oh, this is a new area. Okay.
The wheel was too heavy to move. An old carriage wheel sat discarded in the grass. A length of rope dangled a barrel in front of the carriage house's hatch. The other end was tied off on the handle of the side door. The knot was tied so tightly I couldn't loosen it. A cow skull was mounted on the frame as a macabre decoration. The cow skull was out of reach, high up on the gable. The doors were firmly locked from the inside. Looking out over the tranquility of the gardens, its magnolias lit by moonlight, nothing could take my attention away from the macabre sight dangling from the oak tree. A hanged skeleton, its wedding suit little more than tattered rags clinging to bone, and its skull seemingly watching me with hollow, unblinking eyes. An eternal groom without a bride.
So I guess we know what happened to the sailor. Oh my gosh, that's awful.
The stark trunk of the tree didn't offer any possibility of climbing it. A dying tree stood next to the balcony, its branches devoid of leaves, its bark flaking away. The skeleton hung high up in the tree, swaying with each slight breeze. Even from down on the ground, I felt disturbingly close to it.
Yeah.
A skeleton, clothed in wedding attire, hung by the neck from a branch of the tree. Glinting in the moonlight was a wedding ring it still held clasped in its bony fingers.
Can I go in here? I don't think I can go in there. Okay. Yeah, imagine that. Like, you're literally about to marry someone, and you get to the altar, and they're like, "I'd never loved you." Like, ugh. I think that would drive anyone over the edge.
From the outside, I couldn't spot any clues to the location of the Bellemore treasure. I needed the key to open it.
Oh, okay. I've got the key here. There we go.
With a deep breath, I placed the key into the lock of the house I'd been thinking about for weeks and turned it.
Oh, here we go. Into the haunted mansion.
Hello?
Oh.
I don't know if I expected a reply, but with only an echo in response, it seemed like nobody was home.
I would want a reply in a place like this.
I hope that was just the wind.
Oh no. That's her. That's it.
An orb appeared seemingly from nowhere, glowing and shimmering with energy, simultaneously captivating and terrifying. It was like it had a presence, an aura that I couldn't explain. My first instinct was to look for smoke and mirrors, but this illusion was right before my very eyes, one that I could reach out and touch.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it, Murphy. Ooh. It's leading me somewhere? Okay. Alright.
It was a painting of Abigail Bellemore, hauntingly beautiful. Huge paintings hung on the walls of the hall.
Oh, this is creepy. This is so creepy.
With neither of the doors appearing to open, I peered through the crack between them. I couldn't tell if I was imagining things, but it looked like shadows dancing.
Shadows dancing, okay. Nope.
The door didn't have a visible lock, but as much as I tried, it wouldn't open. Without a flue, the fireplace seemed entirely decorative, and yet, standing in front of it, I could feel a breeze. It was a family portrait of all four Bellemore siblings, The three brothers stood around their seated younger sister. The two sea deities stared at me with disapproving eyes. I didn't know what I could have done to disappoint a statue. It was a painting of the gazebo I recognized from the cliff top.
Okay.
Like the other door, this door had no keyhole, yet still seemed to be locked too.
This is so cool. I'm speechless at the moment, I really am. Oh, there it goes. Okay, east corridor, let's just follow it, might as well. And explore afterwards if we can. There's a door open with a light in it? What? What in the
This
world?
was strange. I didn't remember seeing any lights on when I was outside the house.
Exactly. Servant bells.
I couldn't ring the bells from the hallway.
Yeah, have to go into individual rooms to see that. Or to use the bell, sorry.
Walking into the room, I realized it must have been Abigail's bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the right place. Somewhere in this room was the Gree-Gree, and I needed to find it.
Yes. So I'm assuming that Abigail is the ghost.
It was a
that we're
grand
seeing.
four-poster bed with a carving of a single rose on its canopy. The sheets lay flat on the bed, undisturbed for more than 30 years. The Gree-Gree wasn't going to be there.
Okay.
Lighting the fire may have warmed the room, but it couldn't take away the chill I felt standing there.
Mm-hmm.
I took the poker from the hook.
Get out.
I hope that was my imagination.
That's Abigail. 100% it's Abigail. Can I use that on there? Yeah.
I wedged the poker in the grate, and with all my might, pulled.
Nice. Is that the Gree-Gree?
I picked up the object that had been glinting in the fireplace and discovered it was a jeweled brooch.
Okay.
The portraits hung tight to the wall and didn't reveal anything hidden behind them. Above the fireplace hung individual portraits of 3 men. They must have been the bride's 3 brothers.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, okay.
I couldn't see anything special about the phonograph's reflection.
Oh, please don't say there's going to be stuff in the reflection.
It was best to leave the vase where it was. The music box was locked with no visible keyhole, but a distinctive indent in the front looked like it might be the mechanism to open it, if I had the right key.
Isn't that the top of the flower? It's this, isn't it? The brooch. Ah, there we go.
The brooch fitted snugly into the indentation in the music box. With a small click, the music box opened and revealed the contents it had held untouched for more than 30 years.
That's the Gree-Gree.
The small leather bag was just as the witch doctor had described. It was hard to imagine what could be so important about it.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Abigail.
You should not be here.
Yep.
Wait, I can explain.
You don't belong here.
I don't mean any harm.
Get out. Get out.
Abigail.
With good fortune, the pond had broken my fall. It was a strange juxtaposition, wiggling goldfish out of my underwear as I tried to process the fact that I'd just been the victim of an attempted murder by a ghost bride. The stories were true, so that meant the treasure might be real as well. And now I had the Gree-Gree. It was time to return to the Spirit Queen.
Oh, I want to go back in. Dang it.
Murphy, did you find it?
I saw her. I saw the bride. She tried to kill me.
I told you it was true. Now, do you have the Gree-Gree?
Yes,
I really don't
I
trust
found
him.
it.
Good. Good. Now, do you believe what I've been telling you?
I'm starting to. Why did she try to kill me?
There are some spirits that, even in death, do not wish to give up what they amassed in life. The question is, are you strong enough to persuade them?
I would be if they'd give me a chance to ask them.
Precisely. That will be our next step.
A manuscript for a voodoo spell? A
Here we
spell to
go.
help me find the treasure?
A spell to reveal those who know where it is. There are many things on this island that have gone unseen. Stories that have been left unheard, at least by mortals. But I commune with realms beyond. Let me introduce you to a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the shadows, the cursed and the damned, return now, my servants, to do my command!
I have returned to you, Master.
Loa, this gentleman wishes to find the lost treasure of Bellemore Manor. Tell him how this can be done.
Only inhabitants of the house know where the treasure lies. Their spirits still within its walls, trapped between life and death. To ask them, those spirits must be pulled back to the mortal realm.
And that is what our spell will do, Murphy. A summoning spell to unveil the ghost trapped within the house.
7 ingredients place inside, tie closed and then unseal. Within the focus what may hide, this spell will soon reveal.
Once you've collected all 7, we can summon the ghosts of Bellemore Manor. Once we've summoned the ghosts, we can ask them exactly where the treasure was hidden. You have served me, Loa. Be gone. That, Murphy, is your goal. Find the 7 ingredients named in the voodoo manuscript, place them in the gree-gree, and return to the Spirit Queen. Are you up to the task?
I think so.
Excellent. Then there's just one thing left to do. The gree-gree that you carry is not yours. It was stolen from the spirits. And an artifact of voodoo will only work for its rightful owner. To be used, it cannot be stolen. It can only be bought, or traded, or inherited. Fortunately for you, the spirits and I are willing to make a trade for something symbolic of your spirit. The spirit that yearns to escape its humdrum life. If you want the gree-gree to be rightfully yours, what do you have to offer in exchange for it?
Should I give him the horseshoe?
Would the spirits trade the gree-gree for this?
Perhaps you should keep that for good luck. I think you'll need it.
Okay. Some money?
Would the spirits trade the gree-gree for this?
Do you dare insult me, Murphy? What I offer is far more valuable than a few measly coins.
What does he want? A magazine?
Would the spirits trade the gree-gree for this?
I know far more about the house than what is on that fish wrap, Murphy McCallan.
Fish wrap. Telegram? Pocket watch or the telegram, I think.
Would the spirits trade the gree-gree for this?
A reminder of the world you wish to leave behind, but I'm afraid it has no value to me.
Value. Time could be value. Yeah.
What about this?
A pocket watch, a symbol of the life that doesn't satisfy you, a symbol of lost time.
Yep.
Dare you give it up?
I think I can do without it.
Then cast it into the spirit pool. The spirits have deemed it a satisfactory trade. The gree-gree and its powers are now rightfully yours to wield. You are ready now, Murphy. Head out to the island and retrieve the ingredients we need. Then I will show you the final step of the spell.
How am I going to find what I need?
Everything I've ever needed for my voodoo spells, I've found here. It's as though this island draws the supernatural to it. The bayou, the beach, the town, the manor, all will help you in your search. Tell me, Murphy, have you visited the mill to the north, the fort to the south, the church at the island's heart? The island will lead you to that which you seek. I have no doubt about that.
I love how Murphy hasn't asked any questions whatsoever. So I think... Oh. Okay, now he's asking questions, finally. Alright.
What's this riverboat we're aboard?
This is the Spirit Queen. It used to be a pleasure boat, plying the rivers around the island. A den of drinking and gambling. That's how I came to own the boat. A lucky game of chance. But between you and me, Murphy, it's a lot easier to win when you have spirits to control the roll of the dice.
It sounds like you cheated.
Fate was always gonna bring this boat to me. I just hurried it along.
Sure.
Do you keep an alligator as a pet?
That's right. My dear old Mephistopheles. Blind as a bat, but with the smell of a bloodhound. Good thing he's chained up safely in the boiler room.
No, he isn't. He was out on the jetty when I was trying to get aboard.
Where is he now?
Swimming in the bayou.
Oh dear, not again.
Not again. Okay.
How are the ghosts trapped within Bellemore Manor?
The explosion is what sealed their fate. They exist now only as spirits, the form they should take in the spirit realm, and yet they remain here in the mortal realm. The ghosts are trapped in that house, unseen, unheard, and unable to interact with the world around them. This spell will change that.
How is the bride able to attack me when she's supposedly unseen and unheard?
Voodoo works best when attuned to emotion, and the strongest of those emotions can sometimes push beyond the known limits. She must have been very angry with you.
If I summon the spirits of the house, won't I also summon the bride again?
Very true, Murphy. Best be a little more persuasive this time.
Yeah, I mean, I would be pretty angry as well if you just went into my bedroom and stole my bag, so understandable. Okay. Yeah, what explosion? I don't understand.
What was the explosion that caused everyone to disappear?
It was a tearing in the very threshold between life and death, a chain reaction of spirit energy suddenly unleashed by the most violent of emotions. Just as the bride's anger allowed her to manifest in front of you this very evening, think of the rage that must have caused an entire household to explode and vanish.
Interesting. It's almost like a rift between realities, almost. Creature. Yeah.
Who was the creature that you talked to?
Noah.
That is my Loa, the Loa of the mysteries, the invisibles, the messengers.
Is it a ghost?
No, they are the intermediaries between humans and the supernatural. There are two planes of existence, Murphy. The mortal realm and the spirit realm. Loa can move between them both. With my powers, I can command them when they do.
Very unreluctant, I would say, Loa is.
How did you learn voodoo?
I have always been adept with the mystic arts. Just as you dream of treasure, Murphy, I dream of power. I came to Devil's Rock many years ago, drawn by its voodoo energy, and no sooner than I arrived, the spirit realm began to reveal itself to me, pleading for me to be its master.
I don't know if pleading is the right word, but okay.
Why is this island such a focus of voodoo energy?
I suspect the answer to that question already lies in what you're seeking.
I'm going to go and find the voodoo ingredients.
Hurry back.
Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, so I think we should go to the church first. It was one of my favourite places to go to, so I think it would be here, I believe? You said in the centre, right? Let's try here. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so I know there was a grave digger behind. I think the grave digger was in the cemetery. Let's check around here first.
The church door was locked. The inside of the church was silent and still. The window looked into the church, if you could see through the decades of dust and grime.
Yes, this is the part I remember from the demo. Okay. Yep.
I couldn't see any way to open the crypt door. Not a doorknob, not a keyhole. Whoever sealed this up intended to seal it up for good.
And the grave robber should be right around the corner. Let's see. Oh yeah, all these have names on them as well, don't they?
I scanned the headstones for anything of note, but didn't know what I was searching for. The graveyard was dotted with headstones. Some old, some young, some legible, some not. I scanned the headstones for anything of note.
Okay. Let's see. There he is. Alright, dude. Can't remember his name either. It's been 2 years since I played the demo, so let's see. Oh. I'm just gonna take it like that, okay. That's so funny.
A shabby-looking coffin lay unceremoniously on the rickety table. The tin was full of nothing but holes. A rusty tin can sat on the ground. Its label read, Bloom's Canned Beef, family-sized. Appetizing.
Okay.
An antique stove burned quietly in the corner of the tumble-down shack. I didn't need to warm my hands on the stove. It was already a humid night, and the fire was more useful at keeping bugs away from the shack than keeping anyone toasty. Hello?
Yeah! God darn it! Don't sneak up on people like that! You frighten the dying daylights out of me.
He looked at me like he'd seen a ghost. Sorry, you seem a little jumpy.
I thought you were that pesky little girl again.
A little girl? That doesn't seem like a reason to be scared.
She's a terror! One of these days she's gonna give me a heart attack. Last week, she showed up with a doctor's note she'd forged, saying a man I'd buried that day was just a very deep sleeper. 7 hours I was out here digging him back up, at my age.
And was he sleeping?
Dead as a dodo. Just like that little girl will be if I get my hands on her. Who are you, anyway?
My name's Murphy McCallan. I've just arrived on the island.
Well, welcome, Mr. Murphy. I'm Edgar Kettle. Gravedigger, undertaker, coffin maker, and anything else that needs doing to keep this cemetery running.
Did you make this coffin?
I sure did. But this is no more than a pauper's coffin by anyone's standards. The finest the parish pension can buy. Lock them in lumber, leave them to slumber, that's what I say. This'll end up 5 feet under by the end of the night.
I thought it was supposed to be 6 feet.
You're not the one doing the digging. 5 feet means I get a tea break.
Have you got any spare coffin nails?
No, I don't have any to spare. I've got a backlog of bodies begging for burial. But does the parish increase my funding? Nope. The roof's leaking, my table's broken. I've used floorboards to build some of the coffins. Take my advice. Don't go into this line of work. Undertaking is a dying business.
But
Do you think I could fit inside the coffin?
Probably not. The gentleman inside might make it a bit of a squeeze.
You mean there's a dead guy inside there?
There better be. I can't afford to be burying empty coffins.
Was the little girl named Mallory Wisp by any chance?
That's her. The peril in a pinafore. She got the whole town thinking I was burying people prematurely. I walked past the school the other day, and they'd made up a jump rope chant about me.
Oh, what was the chant the school children made up about you?
Edgar, Edgar, crazy feller, just be careful, he don't get you. How many bodies did he strive to bury while they're still alive?
1, 2, 3,
Three,
4.
four.
I wasn't looking for audience participation.
Sorry, I got carried away. Just like you with the burying. Have you ever accidentally buried someone who was still alive?
Has someone been making accusations again?
No, just making conversation.
Well, not that I know of. When you think about it, how would I know?
Shouts for help, desperate shaking of the coffin.
Look, I haven't sealed anyone up who was chatting with me, let's put it that way. I usually check for signs of life, but everyone takes shortcuts sometimes, don't they? I deserve some rest in peace, too.
Oh boy.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Hopefully not the guy in the coffin.
Not funny.
I'm looking for the treasure of Bellemore Manor.
Oh, a treasure hunter. Well, let me tell you something, young man. Don't even think about digging up my graveyard. There's no treasure buried here, and I'm already busy enough filling in the holes that are supposed to be here.
Okay.
Do you know anything about the disappearance at Bellemore Manor?
I think it's important to let the dead rest in peace.
But what if they're not in peace?
Well, you got me there. Listen, I think there's more to that story than meets the eye. You know the three brothers went missing, right? Well, if you ask me, I think Abigail Bellemore was behind it. She was engaged to a sailor, but nobody like her would go for a commoner.
She might have loved him.
She could have loved somebody with a big bank account, too. I think she must have been using him, pretending to love him so he'd do her dirty work for her, bumping off her brothers. Then afterwards, she drops him and goes to marry the officer of the company. Fiendish.
Do you have any proof?
Yeah, just a feeling, that's all. But when you work with cadavers, you kinda get a sixth sense about things.
Okay.
What do you think was behind the disappearance?
Well, the sailor must have found out he was being manipulated, right? Done something to get his revenge.
What do you think he did?
Nobody knows. He could have been working his way through those bodies like a madman. All we know is that everyone in that house disappeared. To tell you the truth, quite relieved they did.
Why's that?
Because if they hadn't disappeared, it would have been this old fool who had to bury him. Saved me a lot of work.
True.
I best be running along.
Don't drop dead. I don't want anything else on my to-do list.
Okay, so we got a few theories going at the moment. Was it the sailor? Was it Abigail?
Hurry up with the barrels, Morris. We're gonna get these unloaded before anyone sees us.
Are you sure this is a good idea, Musket? I don't think we should be using a church as our hiding place.
You're not being paid to think, Morris. You carry those barrels in here and let me worry about the theological implications. This place has been abandoned for decades. There's nobody around.
Nobody living, maybe. What if there's ghosts, boss?
Darn it, Morris. If brains was dynamite, you wouldn't have enough to blow your nose. Now get unloaded. Keep an eye out for anyone snooping around.
What if someone catches us?
If anyone asks, we're the new clergy. We tell them these barrels are full of communion wine.
I thought we was rum runners, not wine runners, boss.
Communion rum, then.
Ah, gotcha.
Remember, St. Juniper's Church is a place to get closer to God. And if anyone questions our alibi, we make sure that happens.
The pair of rum runners looked like the human personifications of the dish and the spoon from Hey Diddle Diddle, the gangly spoon bossing around the rotund dish as it carried barrels effortlessly from the jalopy and into the church. As it turned out, nursery rhyme characters become a lot more intimidating once they have revolvers.
Indeed. Let's check out this truck, shall we? If we can. Can we? Yes, we can.
An old jalopy was parked up outside the church, its flatbed filled with barrels.
Jalopy.
The jalopy door was locked. How ironic that the rum runners would take care not to be the target of criminality.
I wonder if we could scare them out of there. Oh, can we use a jack on it?
I didn't need to do any mechanical work on the jalopy.
Okay. Could we go window?
If the rum runners caught me breaking into their getaway car, I'd end up bundled up inside one of their barrels. Besides, from what I could see through the window, there was nothing worth taking.
Okay.
The barrels were far too heavy for me to lift, though that gorilla of a rum runner had been picking them up like they were cotton balls. Wandering happily into the hideout of a pair of mobsters wasn't going to be a smart move.
True.
I couldn't do that.
Alright, so let's go back, I guess, and try and find some other stuff. Let's go to these different locations. Ooh, this is the one that's on the key art for the game. Interesting. Okay, it's like a prison castle. Castle? Oh, hey, kitty cat.
Here, kitty kitty. Psst, 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 psst. It was no use. That cat was clearly more entranced by shiny things than the stranger outside the gate. The cat was staring at the lantern, mesmerized by the light. There wasn't anything to do with the lantern.
I could throw something at it, maybe?
That didn't work.
You want the lantern, huh?
That didn't work.
Shoe? Horseshoe?
That wasn't going to work.
Alright, never mind then. Anything else in here?
The coat of arms depicted 4 lions surrounding a central flower, topped by a medieval tower.
Is that the same flower that's on this, maybe? Huh.
I couldn't get to the staircase while the gate was locked.
Okay, let's go around then. Cannons. The lighthouse.
The lighthouse light was off.
Can I jack the gate? Or the fort?
I needed to think of something else.
Yeah, okay. Bellows. Can I open this?
It was a small leather pouch with a drawstring used for magic spells. Currently, it was empty.
Okay. So we need to get that. So we need a key for the gate there. Or to distract the cat somehow. Baxter's Mill.
Cluck, cluck. Buck, buck, buck. Cluck. I tried to persuade the chicken to come outside, but clearly I was out of cluck. It was a ramshackle chicken coop with infrequent clucks emanating from within.
Oh, that's funny.
The wood was old and rotting. It wasn't going to be of any use. And who knew what critters might have made their homes inside the pile?
Very true.
The inside of the lumber mill smelled like sawdust and grease. Judging from the overgrown weeds, it clearly hadn't been used in a long time, and yet the lights remained on.
Yes. What's that? Auger.
I picked up the auger from the tool shelf.
What's an auger?
It was a small metal tool used for drilling holes by hand.
Oh, that's what you call that, an auger? Oh, good to know. Okay.
I looked over the machine, but I couldn't find a way to turn it on, if it even still worked. The beam looked to be driven by the water wheel outside. From the multitude of wires fanning out from the top, it was presumably hooked up to a generator. I didn't want to touch it. I hadn't seen something with that many scary-looking teeth since Old Lady Malloy's German Shepherd got loose on my 10th birthday. The saw blades were rusted, dull, and would surely have precipitated the need for a tetanus shot.
Probably.
The hatches were locked. From their shape, I deduced they were for storing lumber, and I wasn't in need of any 2x4s.
Okay.
I tried the door, but it was locked. The electrical safety of the panel looked questionable. I wasn't going to touch it.
Nah.
Despite its obvious age, the water wheel was still turning. I couldn't get near it, and that was probably a good thing if I didn't want to get dragged under by the current.
I'm gonna go back to Dennet and talk to Ned again, see if he knows anything else. Oh, the post office is open. Oh, the press office is open now. Actually, let's go here first. Let's go to the gentleman's club, captain's club.
There was nothing in the fountain except a rim of moss and dirt that made it look like a stained toilet.
Ooh.
I glanced at the ledger on the podium. It was mostly empty. The words I could see were written in such an unreadable scrawl that looked like a centipede had dipped its legs in ink and skittered across the page.
You can't go up there. It's for members only.
Good evening. He looked past me like I was invisible, as though if he ignored me hard enough, there was a chance I'd disappear. I said good evening?
I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were talking to me.
There's no one else here.
Wishful thinking on my part. Have you taken a wrong turn, sir?
I'm just having a look around.
Well, make it a quick one, and I shall need to know your name.
Murphy McAllen, and who do I have the pleasure of speaking to?
My name is Felix Greer, maitre d', bartender, and acting manager of the Captain's Club. When Mr. Perkins has the night off.
Okay.
What is this place?
This, sir, is the Captain's Club, a private members club for current and retired sea and riverboat captains. We are highly exclusive. Are you a captain?
He asked with a smugness that told me he already knew the answer.
I thought not. Then may I recommend a swift exit? You'll find a convenient egress to your starboard side. If you like, I can give you a good swift kick in the right direction, sir. And don't feel a need to stop walking until your ankles get soggy.
I really don't like your sass, you know? I really don't.
What makes you think I'm not a captain?
For one thing, you lack the grizzle, the crustiness, the essential R of a captain.
How do I get those?
Years of exposure to saltwater and a sullen, uncooperative crew, I should think. Do you even have a boat?
Actually, I did have one earlier this evening, but an alligator fell on it. Admittedly, it was only 3 inches long.
It isn't the size that matters, sir. It's the motion of the ocean. Tell me, have you ever captained a three-rigger through a tropical typhoon? Have you ever run the rapids of the Mississippi without hitting a single reef? Wind in your sails? Fire in your furnace? Waves beneath your keel?
Have you?
Well, it's a little complicated.
In what way?
I get seasick.
Oh.
Is the club busy tonight?
Well, we haven't opened yet, but if it's like last week, it'll be quite the lively soiree. I could barely keep up.
The members here like to have a good time?
That's right, sir. Both of them. This town sure isn't what it used to be.
There are only 2 members?
What's happened to Dead Nettle?
Do you think you've wandered into the Tourist Information Center? I can assure you, you'll never meet a tourism official who dresses with this much panache. Stuart LePew, head of the Devil's Rock Historical Society, looks like a thrift store had a crisis of conscience and threw up on him.
I was just hoping to talk to someone so obviously knowledgeable about the area.
Well, yes, that is true. I am plagued with an encyclopedic knowledge of the locality. My concierge duties require it. I have a spiel.
Felix pushed out his chest like this was his moment in the limelight, his eyelids half closing as he performed before imagined crowds.
Welcome, hardy traveler, to our quaint port town of Dead Nettle. Once this town you see around you was a hub of commerce, a beacon for ships bravely navigating between America, Europe, and the Caribbean. With the unfortunate dissolution of the Bellemore Trading Company, our town has settled into a quieter life, perfect for the sailor ready to hang up their cap. We hope that you enjoy your time in our cozy town and perhaps explore some of the local sites here in Dead Nettle. Well,
Excuse me?
I was expecting applause.
I'm good, thank you. Bro, Very nice speech, though, I have to say. Very good.
Is there any way to prove I'm a captain?
You might show me your captain's license. As I'm sure you know, the state of Louisiana requires all captains of both river and sea to carry one. But don't try to foist off a fake on me. Last week, we had someone present a license with a photograph distinctly unlike their contemporary appearance. The photograph was clearly of someone a good deal older than them, with more facial hair, and most importantly, one less eye.
You know, I quite like being out at sea.
Oh, really, sir?
Bobbing along the ocean waves, up and down, like one of those roller coasters at Luna Land. Up and down and up and down.
If sir would please be quiet. Else I expect there'll be a few waves of something coming out of my mouth any moment.
I'm looking for the lost treasure of Bellemore Manor.
Oh, goody! Another young adventurer seeking fame, fortune, or some combination of the two. Just the local color Dead Nettle has been lacking.
What do you know about the lost treasure?
Do you think you're living in a storybook? Weathered maps, talking parrots, X marks the spot? Grow up, you silly boy. Captaincy is a noble skill that doesn't need to be trivialized with childish tales of lost treasure.
Oh, really?
You must have some thoughts on the disappearance.
On moonlit nights, when the waves crash against the rocks, the captains of this club trade yarns about this very mystery. Did you know Abigail Bellemore's fiancé was a sailor who worked on the ships? Some of the old boys here even worked with him. They say he loved her, as true as a captain loves the sea. But she was a temptress, a siren. She scuttled that sailor's heart, consumed by a voodoo premonition that she had to fulfill. More beautiful than a mermaid, and twice as fishy.
What did she do?
After months of engagement, she broke it off and chose to marry an officer of the company instead, on their very wedding day.
Why did she do that?
The rumors I've heard are that they discovered something in the Caribbean, something wicked, something that consumed them and drove them to heinous acts. The Bellemore brothers swore their crew to secrecy, and the men were loyal to their word. But the rot in the rope was that sister, Abigail. People say that whatever they discovered took hold of her. With the sailor's broken heart and the officer's resources, she was about to unleash something terrible. Until the disappearance halted her evil plans.
Do you think that's true?
Of course not, it's all nonsense. But the captains do love to outperform each other with such tales on a dull evening.
Okay.
I'd best be casting off.
Don't feel the need to rush back, sir.
Sir. Alright. Can I even try to get in there?
Members only.
Yeah, okay. Okay, let's go over to the post office now that it's open as well. See what our friend is doing in there.
Murphy McAllen, so you're still here. What have you been up to? Anything newsworthy?
That's none of your business. Don't think I've forgotten your trick with the telegram.
Hey, it's nothing personal. Your business is my business, and my business is news. I'm Evelyn Stoker, editor of the Juniper Parish Gazette. No misdeed left unshared, no drama left unmonetized.
Love the name Evelyn
Come
Stoker.
on, work with me here, McAllen. I need something juicy. Committed any crimes? Uncovered any affairs? Any deep, personal secrets to reveal?
The honest-to-God truth?
No.
No.
I need a good story. I can't let something minor like the truth stand in the way of that.
I could tell her about the ghost, I guess.
I picked up the scissors. With her stunt at the bayou, I figured she owed me one.
Yep. Fair is fair.
Don't even think about it. The spring on that printing press looks like it's going to blow at any moment.
Okay.
I didn't want to get ink all over me trying to carry the canister around.
Canister. What else is over here?
Besides, I didn't know.
Wait.
There was no way I was going to get past the newspaper editor to get it. Besides, I didn't know how to operate it.
Hey, you can't come back here.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yes?
Hi.
Completrogram. What's in the filing cabinets?
What are you working on?
One of the most romantic articles this newspaper's ever seen. Francois Fogg, Dead Nettle's local pharmacist, is reuniting with his long-lost love after 14 years apart, thanks to this newspaper's personal ads column.
What a lovely story.
That's right. She mailed in a letter she wanted printed. Her former sweetheart saw it, and now they're on track to see each other again. Eventually.
Eventually?
Well, that's a bit of an administrative issue. In the letter we received, she told him to meet her in her Texas hometown of Magnolia. Due to a tiny typesetting error, he's now on a 6-week voyage to Mongolia. But doesn't it warm your heart how far people will go for love?
Oh no! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! I hope you enjoyed Mongolia. Oh gosh.
Did you know Comptroller Grimes?
How could I forget him? The guy was a walking, talking migraine generator.
Surely you shouldn't speak of the dead like that.
Why not? I spoke plenty worse about him when he was alive. Anyway, I'm sure everything happens for a reason. And hopefully that reason is to increase my circulation numbers. Everything's connected, you know. Have you ever heard of the butterfly effect? I suspect it works for moths, too, because I can never get the damn things out of here. Some people say that if a man breaks wind in Alabama, it can cause a hurricane in Fiji.
I think I shared a train car with that guy on my way here.
Oh boy.
Don't you have more interesting stories to write about?
The crackpots this island calls a population wouldn't know something interesting if they paid for it. Which they hardly do. Believe me, I've tried to get juicier stories. Scouring the island, doorstop interviews, hiding under windows.
You eavesdrop on
Hide
people through
under
their windows?
It's called investigative reporting.
If you say so.
I'm doing some research on the treasure of Bellemore Manor.
Have you found it?
Well, no, not yet. I've just started looking.
Then don't waste my time. Come back when you've got the goods.
Have you ever written an article on the disappearance at Bellemore Manor?
What a waste of column inches. Leave it. That's my advice. There's no story in it.
No story.
Not one that anyone would believe. And I've got advertisers breathing down my neck.
What do you think went on?
Practically everyone on this island thinks there was some kind of sorcery involved. No one is looking at the reality. If I write up my research, no one on the island will believe me. If I write their wackadoodle theories, I'll be laughed out of the industry.
Okay.
You might not believe this, but I saw a ghost inside Bellemore Manor.
You know what? You're right, McCallan. I don't believe it. Really? You've been on this island how long? And you're already starting to sound as loopy as a local.
You can tell me what you've uncovered about Bellemore Manor. Trust me, at this point, few things would surprise me.
I heard the Bellemore Trading Company was losing revenue. Its profits eaten up by who knows what ventures those brothers had going on. I've seen the records. The company was privately owned, sure, but when you've got pressure building and the sharks are circling, you've got to shore up your defenses. I think that's why the Bellemores persuaded Abigail to marry John Rackham.
Marry someone she didn't love?
Yeah.
But he didn't love her either. He was just after the company, so he hires the sailor to seduce her, convince her there's more to life than Devil's Rock. And as soon as she marries Rackham, they split, never to see each other again. He inherits the lot, and she disappears with her lover boy sailor to who knows where.
But why do you think all the guests disappeared?
They bumped them off to cover their tracks. Either one of them could have been sunning it up in Sarasota ever since. But imagine me writing that into a piece of serious journalism.
The first part of that theory makes sense. I love the theories in this game.
What's
I
in those
really do.
filing cabinets?
Past issues of the paper, going all the way back to 1858. Of course, things were a lot more interesting when Dead Nettle was thriving. People, ships, and cargo coming and going. Lots to report on back then. More than the dregs I have to dress up now.
Why did the ships stop coming to Dead Nettle?
The Bellemore Trading Company was the heartbeat of this island. After the disappearance, there was no one left to run the company, and it all got sold off. When that folded, so did pretty much everything else.
Do you have any back issues featuring the Bellemore Manor wedding?
We don't, I'm afraid. Most of the paper's directors were at the wedding, and disappeared along with everyone else. The newspaper had to close up shop for months while it was restaffed. This was back when the Gazette wasn't run by just one person.
I think I better be going.
Keep your eyes peeled for a story, McAllen. There are secrets on the island, and it's my job to run advertisements next to them.
Okay, let's see. Is that this? Yeah, you show her stuff that I have. Maybe she'll believe me then.
What do you think of this manuscript I have?
Looks fake to me.
What do you mean? This is a genuine voodoo manuscript, hundreds of years old.
I know my paper. From offsets to cover stock, pulp to parchment. If you can print on it, I know about it. The manuscript may be old, European I'd say, but the ink on it, look at the splatters, the fade. That's within the last century at most. My guess is there used to be something underneath, and it's been covered over.
Is there any way to find out what used to be there?
I don't think so, McAllen. All we can say is that someone did a good job making sure that whatever it was isn't there anymore.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you're all useful for something.
What do you think of this?
Nice purse, McAllen. Any money in it?
Nope.
Didn't think so.
Okay. How about the brooch?
I thought I'd keep that to myself.
Oh, alright, never mind then. I think that's it. How about the magazine?
What do you think of this magazine?
Interesting. Interesting. This is the type of lowest common denominator dross I should be putting out. Who needs fact-checking when you can blame things on the boogeyman?
Fair enough. I think that's it. Let's try the horseshoe.
I didn't need to show her that.
Okay, yeah. Alright, I think we're done here then. Alright, nice. Let's go back to Ned.
The stories about Bellemore Manor are true. I saw the ghost bride inside the house.
Blast it, Murphy. Don't say I didn't warn you. This island has had its fair share of the macabre. The best way to deal with it is to leave well enough alone. Why are you searching for that treasure anyway?
Well, it's my job. The state's claim on that money runs out at 8 a.m., and I'm supposed to find it.
You seem pretty passionate about something that's just for work. What are the odds you draw an assignment like that?
Well, I might have made my own luck there. They wouldn't normally authorize an investigation so close to the statute of limitations running out, especially on a 30-year-old cold case. But thrust a stack of forms in front of the boss 5 minutes before clocking off on a Friday afternoon, and he doesn't care what he's signing.
Let's just hope he wasn't signing your death warrant.
Most of my investigations don't amount to more than counting paper clips in a municipal building or going cross-eyed over receipt rolls in a courthouse. When I found that old case folder tucked behind the filing cabinet, its only lead, a water-stained magazine, talking about a real-life haunted house, how could I pass it up? I spoke with Dr. Moray. He thinks we can make contact with the ghosts.
Moray is a charlatan and a fool. Only got into hoodoo and voodoo a few years ago. Before that, he was an actor over at the Calliope Theater, and not a very good one. He's the only person I know who directed and starred in a one-person production of The Pirates of Penzance. And that's because all the rest of the cast dropped out rather than work with him. He's always been searching for respect and recognition. Who would have known he found it by living in the swamp and reeking of incense?
Okay.
Don't you believe in voodoo?
I certainly do. I just don't think Moray's got any more control of it than the rooster has control of the sunrise. His understanding of voodoo amounts to whatever he's gleaned from one of those horror pictures Ventura Studios puts out at the movie palace. My mama used to know all about it. God rest her soul. Voodoo isn't some made-up Hollywood magic, Mac. Voodoo's a real religion. It's about community, about belonging, and about searching for something more than flesh and blood. It's not the snake oil he peddles.
What do you think happened at Bellemore Manor?
Now there's a tale I don't like to tell.
Can I persuade you to tell it anyway?
I have a feeling I ain't gonna get any rest until I do. You know about Miss Bellemore, the bride, engaged to the sailor? Nah, the way I hear, Mr. Rackham was over the moon with her. Such an upstanding fellow. I won't have a bad word said against him. Now he realized that the sailor was going through terrible lengths to ensnare his bride, and Mr. Rackham tried to save her. I heard that the sailor cottoned on to this and tricked Rackham into giving the lady a gift. That's what made everything go topsy-turvy.
What was the gift?
There are places in the Caribbean that trade things more elusive than gold. Ungodly things.
Do you think the disappearance was caused by voodoo?
And that's what my mama used to say. If you're not careful, that stuff can go to your head.
And you know what they say, Mama knows best. Okay.
Why won't you hear a word against Mr. Rackham?
He gave me my first work on this island, right here on these docks. And I'm still here to this day. He may have worn a scowl, but you don't judge a banana by its peel with people like him, Mac.
When I looked into his eyes, all I saw was ambition.
What work did you do?
Loading and unloading the ships that came in. Of course, they just don't do that anymore. Dead Nettle's a forgotten town. Maybe that's for the best.
No luck fishing?
Not a bite, Mac. The Pencosa fish just ain't snapping for me today. Shame, too, because I'm planning on firing up my grill later. They're the tastiest catch in these waters.
How do you catch a Pencosa fish?
With hours of patience and decades of practice. You ever wrestled a rod before?
Just the once. I went fishing on Lake Erie, but the only thing I caught was a cold. What do you do with the fish you catch?
A couple I save for myself, and the rest I sell to the Captain's Club. They fancy them up with lemon lobsters, slawfish, something or other. But everyone knows the best way to cook them is to grill them.
Catch you later, Ned.
See you around, Mac.
That a knife?
Hey, Ned, do you mind if I borrow your knife?
If you need it, Mac, just bring it back to me later tonight, would you? If I'm lucky with my catch, I'll be firing up the grill. You're invited to join me, of course.
Aw, that's sweet. Okay. Thank you, Ned. Appreciate it. Can I ask him about the scales? Let's see.
To make use of that, I needed something to weigh.
Can I weigh the fish? Oh no, we had to put the horseshoe in the fish,
With the
right?
ripped seam as an
Yeah.
opening, I placed the horseshoe inside the taxidermy fish.
Mm-hmm.
Now it was heavy.
And then you can weigh the fish. Yeah, and that'll give us the press picture for the captain's license, I think. Like the demo, like in the demo, I should say.
Mac, does that say what I think it does? You been holding back on me. That breaks Squibb's record.
Squib?
Jebediah Squibb, the Cajun catcher he calls himself. Last week at the Dead Nettle Docks, Squibb caught the heaviest Pencosa on record. Got his photograph on the front page of the newspaper and everything.
McAllen! How does it feel to have decimated the town record in your first few hours on the island?
How did you hear about this so fast?
It's my job to know about things fast. Now, I'm asking the questions here. Where'd you get the fish, McAllen?
Well, it was a mighty battle on the southern coast. Its fins strong as a motor, its mouth as fierce as a tiger's. I paused dramatically to allow my fishing prowess to wash over them.
What rod did you use?
Wooden one?
I mean, what make?
You know, I didn't use a rod.
You caught the fish without a rod?
It was more one-on-one. Mono, fisho.
You wrestled a fish?
And I won.
Well, as much as it pains me to say it, you're the cover story in the next edition of the Juniper Parish Gazette. And this is why I'm not getting a Pulitzer.
I've got to hand it to you, Mac. That fish is a whopper. I don't know how you got it, but as long as it keeps Squibb quiet at the porch party tomorrow, I ain't complaining.
Alright, to break a record. Okay, so can we take it
I'd
back?
had enough of carrying these suspiciously heavy fish around. I decided to leave it there.
Okay.
I decided to leave Ned to his fishing.
Alright. So let's go back to the press office and see if we can get our picture printed out for the captain's license.
Murphy! Have you seen the cover of the evening edition? I think we caught your personality perfectly in that photograph. Naive, simple, unsophisticated. Makes it all the more surprising that you actually accomplished something.
I wonder if I should have it framed.
That'll cost you.
Mm-hmm. So you can see them up here. Island newcomer breaks fishing record. Alright, let's see.
Yes?
Hi.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a story for you. A big one. There are rum runners at the old church.
Keep your voice down, Motormouth. Do you want us to end up in the obituaries?
I thought you wanted a real scoop for the Gazette.
Yeah.
I do, just not one that gets me on the wrong side of the mob in the process. Pigeon elected mayor, cow does the high jump. Those are the types of stories that get eyes on the front pages.
But I thought journalists had a duty towards truth, justice, and society.
Where'd you
Yeah.
get that poppycock idea? My duty is towards the circulation numbers. And while I'd love a shocker of a story, I'd rather not become the story if you catch my drift.
True, I understand, yeah.
I think I better be going.
I've got my eye on you, McAllen.
I see. Can I take that string? Yes, I can.
I picked up the twine. Maybe she owed me 2.
Alright, so I think I know what we're going to do. We are going to go... I'm going to do the same thing I did in the demo. So I'm going to go back to the church. We're going to pull a prank on the grave digger. We're still going. And we're trying to get some nails. Let's see. Alright, so we need the string. I think we tie it around the table. Then he should run away.
I tied the twine to the uneven table and took up a hiding spot behind a nearby wall. It was time to wake the dead.
Yep.
Hello? Hello? Why is it so dark in here?
Huh? Who's that?
I'm stuck. Help! Help!
Mallory, if that's you again.
Get me out of this thing.
Oh no, not again.
Not again, he says. Not again.
Mister, are you okay? I'm so sorry. I was told... Mister? Oh, God darn it! Next time I see that girl, I'm gonna have a peewee-sized coffin all ready for her. A few hours locked in one of those should adjust her sense of humor.
Oh gosh. We'll have to let her know about that, I think. Alright, so now we got nails. Oh boy. Alright, there we go. Let's grab these nails if we can. Let's grab those. Thank you.
I picked up the
Appreciate.
handful of discarded coffin nails from the tin.
I wonder if we could use this auger on the gate. Or even the knife actually might work. Let's try it. So let's go to the castle, I think. Fort Bellemore. Is this the Fort of Death? Or what? Alright. It's a plaque. I didn't see the plaque.
The plaque read, Fort Bellemore. No public access. For further information, please contact the lighthouse keeper.
Who is the lighthouse keeper? I don't know. Alright.
I jiggled the gate, but it wasn't going to open. If pirates and the colonial powers of Western Europe weren't able to get into the fort uninvited, I wasn't about to either. Blocking my entrance into the fort was a sturdy iron gate.
Let's see.
The auger would have been lucky to make a scratch on the bulky lock.
Knife.
I didn't need to cut that.
Okay. Dang it. Scissors won't help. Poker?
The metal gate was far too strong to open with the poker.
Powder.
I could have tried squeezing my arms through the bars, but I already knew the barrel was too far away to reach.
I use the poker for that.
Even with the poker, I wouldn't have been able to reach the barrel.
Can we combine the poker with the string, maybe?
I couldn't do that.
Okay, let's go back to the beach then, I think, and talk to Abigail, I think her name is. Oh, she's not here anymore. Oh, typical. Is that a bottle?
As I picked up the bottle, I anticipated what could be inside. A brine-stained treasure map, perhaps, or a scribbled plea from a castaway desperately awaiting rescue. Looking inside, I found it was empty. The only writing on it was the embossed glass letters of the Orangello Soda Company.
Can we tie the rope around the bottle?
I couldn't do that.
Okay. Can we use it to break a window, maybe? Oh, can we use it on the church? Wait a minute. I wonder if we can spook the people in the church by breaking the window, maybe. Let's try it.
I needed to think of something else.
What? Really? That on
I
there?
needed to think of something else.
Jesus. Well. Actually, you know what? Let's try the jewelry shop. We haven't even been in there yet. Is it still closed? Or is it? Oh, it's open now. Yeah, perfect. Look at that.
Oh, my second customer of the night. I don't know if I can handle such a rush. Welcome, young man, to Doubloon's Jewelry. Oh, the riches to fill your breeches. Jewels, silver, gold, the finest things for you to behold. Whom do I have the pleasure of meeting?
My name's Murphy McCallan.
Oh, a pleasure to meet you. My name's Jasper Crumb, owner and proprietor. Are you looking for something valuable while you're here on the island?
Funnily enough, I am.
Is there a special someone in your life? Looking for an apology gift, perhaps? I've sold more missed anniversary necklaces and drunken fumble earrings than I can count.
No, I don't need anything like that.
Then how about something for yourself? You look like a working man. Could I interest you in a pocket watch?
Actually, I had one up until about an hour ago. Traded it to a glowing green guy for a magic pouch. As the words left my lips, I realized I sounded like a character from Jack and the Beanstalk.
Pardon me?
I'm just here to browse.
Browse away, young man. I'll be here if you need me.
Okie dokie. Let's finally look around this place.
The cabinet proudly displayed all manner of gold and silver creations, watches, necklaces, pendants, and more, all made in-house by the jeweler. I inspected the carving. Its woodworm-dotted surface and water-stained edges suggested it had once been much more than a decorative piece in a jewelry store.
Ah.
There was no reason to use the microscope without something to magnify.
Do I have something to magnify? Maybe this?
While the microscope was meant for jewelry, I was confident I'd already revealed this brooch's secrets.
Okay. We could try the manuscript, maybe?
There was something intriguing about the manuscript, but I wouldn't have known what I was looking for with the microscope.
True. Very true.
Even if I could reach it, it was probably better for the jeweler to operate equipment like that. The cabinet was filled with precious jewels, geodes, and fossils next to a small sign that read, Treasures of the Earth. Robbing a jewelry store really wasn't my style. I didn't need the poster. The cabinet was filled with used jewelry, rings, brooches, necklaces, and more. Even secondhand, I would have had to save for years to afford any of them.
Let's see. No, the fish.
There was no way I could carry a fishbowl full of water and a live goldfish around with me.
Jasper.
Good evening, Mr. Crumb.
How can I help you?
What's the carving on the front of your counter?
That is the genuine stern carving of the Golden Goose, the famous brigantine. I could trace my family's history on the island back hundreds of years, right back to the ship's owner, Captain Bartholomew Crumb. You've heard of him, I expect.
Captain Crumb, the vicious pirate? I read about him as a child.
One of the most successful in the Caribbean. That is, until, as the story goes, he got pursued by a ghost ship.
A ghost ship? Surely that can't be more than a legend.
Then how do you explain this? Without a single shot fired, every sailor aboard his ship fell down dead, victims of an evil pirate who wielded a black stone. Captain Crumb was the sole survivor. He escaped undetected in a rowboat, and after days at sea, made it to this very island. After that, he never went to sea again. Instead, he set up this shop with the one chest of jewels he'd managed to carry away. Some of the gems you see around here still date back to that final hoard.
A black stone killed the crew?
Well, so the story goes. I suppose it explains my family's obsession. Not just the gold and jewels that tempt us, but the wicked stones that threaten us.
Okay. Learn about pirates. Oh, cool. Okay.
Why did Captain Crumb come to Devil's Rock to set up his store?
This was his home port. Devil's Rock used to be quite the lawless island. Legend goes he used to hide his treasure along the southeastern coastline. The island is dotted with caves. Plenty of places to hide the loot.
Okay.
How's business tonight?
You're not a millionaire with an enraged fiancé, are you?
I'm not. No.
I didn't think so. Then business tonight is about as lively as a snail drinking decaf. The only other customer I had in here tonight was more interested in the provenance of fossils than the shiny stuff. Booked a private viewing, and then didn't buy anything. Can you believe it? The first time in weeks the shop gets a private viewing, and all they're interested in is bones.
You sell fossils, too?
I sell all the treasures of the earth. If it's under the ground and I can sell it, I'm interested.
I hear Burke and Hare had the same philosophy. What are you selling?
We specialize in jewelry and precious stones. Rings, necklaces, earrings, and brooches in this cabinet to my left. Gems, geodes, and fossils in this cabinet to my right. You'd be surprised at how much of an impact some stones can make. My family can tell you that. We also offer a free polishing service on all purchases from the shop. Just bring it in and we'll shine it up for you. Our little thank you to our loyal customers.
How do you know what jewelry was purchased here?
I handcraft everything this shop sells. I have an encyclopedic knowledge of our wares, Mr. McAllen, going back decades.
So you probably will know about the brooch/thing for the music box. Interesting. Okay.
What's the most valuable thing in here?
I suppose that depends on how you value things, doesn't it?
In dollars and cents?
Yes, I used to value things that way. But a lack of business has a way of making you more philosophical about these things. Now I'd say the most valuable thing here is Granny.
Granny? Your grandmother is in here?
That's right. In the fishbowl. Granny is my goldfish.
Sentimental value.
You named your goldfish Granny?
Yes, it was the most wondrous thing. The same day my grandmother Bethesda died, I was out at the local fun fair, and I won this goldfish on the ring toss. When we got home, every time we mentioned Bethesda, that little fish jumped out of the water and back on in. We think Granny's passed on into that fish. What do you think?
I mean this with no disrespect, but I think that's the craziest thing I've come across tonight, and I had a ghost bride trying to kill me.
We all have our quirks.
But don't goldfish only live for a few years? If she was your grandmother, she must have died sometime around the middle of the last century.
Oh, yes, that's right. Each time the goldfish dies, Granny's spirit hops into a new fish. We must be on Granny number 44 by now.
I'm looking for lost treasure.
I'd say you found it. Everything inside these four walls is a treasure, handmade to the finest quality.
I mean a specific treasure. The lost treasure of Bellemore Manor.
Well, if you find it, bring it in here for an appraisal. I'll give you a good price for it. But that's a pretty big if, isn't it?
What do you know about Bellemore Manor?
Oh, it's a tragedy what went on there. But I know what I think. Black magic.
Black magic?
That's right. While some of us make an honest living around these parts, there are others who are lured in by the darker depths of the sea.
Who do you think that was?
Well, it's simple, isn't it? Abigail used to stop by here all the time, taking a gander at the rings and the necklaces. She was a lovely young girl who always saw the best in people. And Mr. Rackham, he was a model for how to run a good business. Honest and decisive. Now, that only leaves one person, doesn't it?
The sailor?
Exactly. I'd heard rumors about black magic going on inside Bellemore Manor. I think he was casting his spell on Abigail, making her fall in love with him. Why else would someone as rich as her want to marry someone like him? He certainly couldn't afford the rings and necklaces that caught her eye. I think, come the night of the wedding, she wised up. That's why she decided to marry Mr. Rackham after all. A much more responsible choice for the company.
Okay. Investigate the Bellemore story.
I think I'll just look around for now.
I'm here if you need me.
Alright, let's see what he says about the brooch, maybe?
Excuse me, would you be able to polish a brooch for me?
Let me take a look. Oh, well, 18-karat yellow gold, filigree wirework in a handcrafted floral motif, and round, brilliant cut ruby, if I'm not mistaken, made to fit a music box?
That's right. How did you know that?
I know my own handiwork anywhere. Now, how did you get a hold of it?
Oh, Just a gift.
What a generous gift indeed. Well, we do offer free polishings on all items purchased here, so I'd be very happy to shine her up for you. Please, bear with me for a moment.
Mm-hmm. I want to ask about the lighthouse as well. I wonder if he's the manager of it.
There we go, shining like a firefly's rear end. I'm afraid the clasp on the back has broken off. You weren't planning on wearing it soon, were you?
I wasn't planning on wearing it at all.
There's no shame in indulging yourself every once in a while. Lord knows I can appreciate the comfort and empowerment a pair of hosiery can bring. Anyway, we don't have any replacement clasps in stock, but I can put it in order. In the meantime, here's a button magnet that should hold it in place, as long as you're not too vigorous with it.
Thank you.
Let's see.
It was the ornate brooch I'd had cleaned at the jeweler's, now glimmering in the light.
Let's see.
What do you think of this manuscript?
That looks like exactly the sort of black magic that plagued Captain Crumb. Whew, sends a shudder right through me.
Huh. Okay. Interesting. Good to have different opinions on things. Different observations by different people. Very good.
What do you think of this?
I suppose it's all right. But why don't we swap out those wooden beads for something more sparkly? We could really jazz it up.
I think I'll leave it how it is.
Suit yourself.
Anything else? The magazine, maybe? Oh, no. There we go.
What do you think of this magazine?
I'm sure it's very good, but that writing is much too small for this old codger to read.
Okay. Anything else? I think that's probably it. Oh, I can put the button magnet on there?
I didn't need to wear the brooch, and obviously its red stone wouldn't suit my jade complexion.
Can we combine the magnet with something?
I couldn't do that. That didn't work.
String?
I couldn't do that.
Okay.
What a nice young man. Isn't he, Granny? I couldn't have put it better myself.
Okay, check them off. Chalk, feathers, gunpowder, silver coin. Is that an urn? Okay, I mean, I guess we can go back and give Marie the nails. Let's do that, I guess.
You've returned. Have you found all the ingredients and placed them in the gree-gree?
Not yet, but I'm working on it.
Oh, of course I need to put them in, okay.
I'm going to go and find the voodoo ingredients.
We're back.
Yeah, I need to put them in. So let's put the nails in there.
I placed the coffin nails in the gree-gree.
There we go.
With the gator disposed of, I turned my attention to the sack hanging from the crane. There was no apparent way to open it, but by the feel of it, it seemed to be filled with some kind of grain.
Could I tie the door to that?
Nope.
There?
That didn't work.
Okay. Can we cut the thing? Yes, we can.
I cut into the sack with the knife, revealing it to be full of corn.
Ah, corn for the chickens.
I took the corn from the sack.
Chickens love corn. Okay. Yeah, chicken.
I scattered the corn on the path. Mere seconds later, it attracted the attention of the curious chicken.
There we go. Good, chicky. Can I pet you? Probably not, huh?
The small chicken I'd lured out of the chicken coop pecked happily at the corn strewn across the trail.
Oh! Oh, you don't like that, huh?
I was glad nobody had seen that.
Yeah.
I may have known how to handle a chicken drumstick, but wrestling the living version was altogether different.
Do I need a chicken? Like the feathers from the chicken?
I'd seen cowboys lassoing cattle at the summer rodeo before, but trying to do the same with parcel twine and a chicken would have been ridiculous.
Fair enough, fair enough. Okay. Let's see what's in the coop, I guess. If anything.
Now that the chicken was enjoying the fresh air, there was nothing of interest in the chicken coop.
Yeah, so I think I need to dye the feathers somehow, but how do I do it? I don't really want to use a scissors or a knife. Can I get feathers? Wait, can I rake the feathers from the coop?
Vandalizing the chicken coop wasn't quite my style.
Okay, let's turn that off. We don't need that. I don't really want to, but we can try it.
I may have needed feathers, but I didn't want to hurt the chicken to get them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to do that either. Can I surprise you with this?
If the chicken didn't want me to touch it, perhaps a blast of air could do the trick.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Oh boy. Okay. And now we have to go back to the printer press to get the ink for that. Oh, this is amazing. Okay. The brain's braining now. Okay, in here.
Anything to report?
I'm keeping my eyes open.
I think the bucket, right? So let's put the feathers in the canister. Yes.
Delicately, I dipped the feathers into the canister of ink. When they emerged, they were dyed jet black.
Yeah. Alright, so now we can put those in there as well.
I placed the feathers into the gree-gree.
And let's see what... No, not that. Let's see what else. Chalk. Where are we going to get chalk from? Oh, that'll probably be from the gentleman's club in the snooker or the pool table. Gunpowder. Can we ask about the picture? We haven't even asked about our picture for the actual newspaper yet. Let's see.
Evelyn seemed busy, and I didn't have anything else to ask her.
Yeah, we do. We have to ask about the newspaper. We have to get into the captain's club, but I can't remember how to get her to take her picture.
There was no way I was going to get past the newspaper editor to get it. Besides, I didn't know how to operate it.
Yeah, but I need to ask her about it. Okie dokie. Let's see. Gentleman's club. Gunpowder? I have no idea where to get gunpowder. Silver coin. I mean, we could try to go back to the church again. Actually, we could try and open the door. Oh, the scissors! The scissors, the scissors!
I didn't need to cut that.
What do you mean you don't need to cut it? What?
The rope was too thick for the scissors to get purchase. I would have been hacking away for hours like a nearsighted lumberjack.
A knife? There we go. Ooh. Oh, what's that? Is it rum? Molasses.
I wasn't going to touch the molasses with my bare hands. With the items I was borrowing across the island, some may have said I had sticky fingers, but this would have made it a little bit too literal.
Molasses. I don't have anything to collect the molasses with. Can we put it on the rope, maybe?
That didn't work.
No, okay. So we might have to come back here. Actually, no, the bottle. We can put it in the bottle, maybe?
The molasses was far too thick and gooey to get into the bottle.
Okay. Yeah, so we need something to collect the molasses with then. Alright, cool. But we're getting in here now, so that's good. Almost forgot about this place. Oh, that's not very... Let's take that.
I reached up to the cow skull and dislocated its grisly jaw.
Alright, that was...
There was nothing else I could take from the animal skull.
Okay. You get in here now?
doors were firmly locked from the inside.
Oh, huh? Locked from the inside, but we can't get there. Well, we got a jawbone, so that's our bone fragment, I guess. As well, let's put that in there.
I placed the jawbone into the gree-gree. I went to open the door into Bellemore Manor, but the key was gone. I was sure I'd left it in the lock.
I did indeed, yes.
From the outside, I couldn't spot any clues to the location of the Bellemore treasure.
Well, I think we're going to leave it here, and next time we come back, we will hopefully be able to complete this quest. So get the chalk, the gunpowder, silver coin. I think that says earn, or no, is that earn or rum? I can't even read that cursive. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you do like the video, please remember to like and subscribe if you want more. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.
I decided to leave Ned to his fishing.